Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales is the 5th film in the franchise that was based off of a ride at an amusement park. This film once again follows Captain Jack Sparrow as he and his crew search for Poseidon's trident while also being pursued by Captain Salazar, who is portrayed by Javier Bardem. To best explain how I feel about this franchise, I'll only say this. I own the first movie. And that's it. But seriously, I feel like this is one of those franchises, much like Transformers, that just gets progressively worse as the series goes on. And however, I will say that this installment into the franchise may not be as bad as the film that came before it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's any good. This being the 5th film in this franchise also means that this is the 5th time that we've gotten Jack Sparrow, who is portrayed by Johnny Depp. Now, the first time that we saw Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, obviously it was amazing. He snagged an Oscar nomination for that film, and he completely owned that role. Unfortunately, since then, I feel like every single film he's just doing the same old shtick, and in fact, by this time, I'm just plain sick of it. It's gotten really old. In fact, Jack Sparrow was my least favorite part of this entire movie. The thing that bugged me about him is every single time that Jack got into some kind of problem, he was just able to wander out of it. And what I mean by that is there'd be in a situation when you're like, there's no way he could possibly be okay from this, and he would just slip and fall, and an ex machina would come save him. He doesn't really seem like the clever, smart pirate that we got in the first movie, whereas in this film, he just feels like a drunk, bumbling fool. And it really started to take away some of the stakes in this film, because anytime that Jack Sparrow was in any sort of danger whatsoever, I just knew that somehow he was going to get out of it. I actually think the best part of this movie was Javier Bardem as Captain Salazar. Javier Bardem is, in my opinion, one of the best character actors working today, and he continues to prove that with this film. He was easily, by far, the best part of this movie. Every single time he was on screen, he completely stole the show. The CGI for his character and the design for his character is really excellent. I will say, though, that there is something in this movie where they try to explain how Jack Sparrow literally got his name, and it was just completely ridiculous. When he explained how Jack Sparrow got his name, I actually laughed out loud. It makes no sense in the story, and it's just plain stupid. With the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, I don't know a single person that gets excited for these films. So at this point, I really just feel as if they're just making these movies solely because they make a lot of money. But I feel like when you have like Mission Impossible, or Fast and Furious, or the Star Wars films, or the Marvel movies, with those films that have a lot of installments into the franchise, I want to come back and watch those films because I actually enjoy those movies. Whereas with this, if you have 5 films in your franchise, that's over 10 hours of content, it better be pretty darn good. But with this film, which is arguably one of the best films in this franchise, it's just mediocre. It's just fine. Overall, with Dead Men Tell No Tales, I really started to feel the fatigue from this franchise. The star of this series, Johnny Depp, could not save this film from just being drab and just feel like treaded ground. We have yet another undead army with a lot of loud CGI and boats fighting with lots of cannons and Jack Sparrow just swinging back and forth. And with the 5th installment into your franchise, you really should be doing better than to just hold my attention for 2 hours. So did you guys see Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, click on the link down below and subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews and movie related things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.